state of California. Today we're going to be covering a Class B CDL air brakes manual transmission truck in cab, right? Let's go ahead and get into it. Remember, you always need to enter the vehicle using 3 points of contact at all times, right? So the person on the other side needs to be using 3 points of contact as well as you do. So when you invite them in, make sure you say, hey, please enter the vehicle using 3 points of contact, right? 1, 2, and 3. So when we get in using 3 points of contact, we're gonna go ahead and shut the door. We're then going to start with safety, safety, safety. And those safeties are your seatbelt, right? Seatbelt is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. No frays or any kind of rips or tears in this belt. And it clicks in and out, right? So now that we got our seat belt, we're going to do this next safety, which is the red box underneath of our seat on the floor there. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition. No missing loose nuts or bolts. And also inside that red box, we have 3 reflective triangles, and they are not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. And then inside that box, we also have spare fuses, right? You want to have spare fuses for these trucks just in case something happens. And if they ask, right, minimum of 6 that we have in that red box. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. And then the last safety is the fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher is properly charged and rated, not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. Works as it should to vehicle specifications. We're then going to jump in and we're going to do a safety start. We put our keys in our pocket, right? We pull them out and we're going to go ahead and start real slow. We're going to go ahead and put the key in the ignition, right? We're going to make sure the truck is in neutral, make sure that our emergency brake is on. We're going to put our foot on the clutch. Let the truck cycle through, right? It's a diesel, so it's going to click back and forth. And during this time, the ABS light is going to come on and turn off, which just lets us know that it is working as it should. If it stayed on, that means that it's broken and there's something wrong with it. So we want to make sure that we mention that it went ahead and turned off. First thing we should probably do is turn those headlights on, right? Toggle switch or flip switch, whatever you got, make sure that you turn them on. That way we're prepared for the rest of the test. We're going to go ahead and start with glass. Let's make this simple, stupid. And we're going to start with the driver's side, passenger side mirrors, right? Driver's side and passenger side mirrors are adjusted to my liking. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition. They're free of debris or any kind of illegal stickers, and they're not missing any loose nuts or bolts, right? They're not falling off the side of the truck. We have our driver's side, we have our passenger side windows, and our little side windows here. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, in good working condition as well. And they have no illegal stickers or any kind of debris on them as well. Up front, we have our windshield. Our windshield is not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition, free of any kind of debris and or illegal stickers. We have our windshield wipers, windshield wiper blades, windshield wiper assembly. It is not cracked, bent, or broken, and is properly secured as well, in good working condition. We want to make sure that we check our heater and defroster, right? Make sure you turn it on both there. Turn it full blast, put our hand above and below. Make sure that we have air coming out as we should. And it's not cracked, bent, or broken, properly secured, and it's in good working condition. We're going to go ahead and go with our gauges here, and we're going to start with our water temperature gauge, which is located here and is reading at vehicle specifications. Our oil pressure gauge, which is located here, that reads at vehicle specifications. Our voltmeter is on this truck right here in the middle of the console at 14 volts, and it's also at vehicle specifications. Run over into here, and we're looking at primary and secondary air gauges, and they are running at vehicle specifications as well. If you want, for extra credit, you can go ahead and mention that we have fuel in our truck, DEF system is working as it should, and we have enough for this trip. None of these gauges are cracked, bent, or broken. They're all properly secured and good working condition and work as they should. And while we're here in the gauges, you might as well jump in and start looking at the indicators, right? So you're going to want to point them out. The left blinker indicator is theirs, is working at vehicle specification, and the right indicator is located here and it's working at vehicle specifications. You're going to make sure that you mention that you have your brights on, right? Hands free. That's why you have your headlights on. Remember that. Located here, and it is working at vehicle specifications. And then last but not least, you're going to go ahead and hit your hazards. Located here and here, working at vehicle specifications. Once we get through our gauges, we're going to go ahead and check this horn. Go ahead and honk the horn, make sure that it works to vehicle specifications. Remember, when your hand's on the horn, it's resting here. You're just going to go ahead and slide it over to the primary and secondary air gauges. The primary and secondary air gauges in the state of California have to run from 120 to 140 psi and stop to let us know the air governor shutoff is working correctly. So those numbers in California are going to be 120 to 140. Now that we know that our air governor shutoff is working as it should, we can go ahead and check our emergency brake. How you do that is you step on the clutch, put the truck into gear, and you go ahead and let off that clutch real lightly. Listen to the truck, pulls up against that brake and doesn't move, right? So now that we know that the truck's emergency brake works, we're gonna go ahead and let them know, hey, that emergency brake works as it should. And now we're going to check the service brake. We're already in gear. We might as well pull this truck forward 3 to 5 miles an hour and stop. Now that we stopped 3 to 5 miles an hour, the truck did not move left or right, indicating anything wrong with the tire inflation or the suspension or uneven wear in your brakes. Just remember Mom's old Astro van that used to shimmy back and forth and she'd get all mad and why is this van doing this? Your dad needs to fix the van, right? Well, that's why, is because dad needed to do the brakes, right? So we're checking to make sure that this truck has good brakes and it's not shimmying back and forth. Now the truck's still in gear, we want to explain that, hey, it's a manual. We don't need to get out and set shock blocks. We don't need to set the brake. All we got to do now is we need to turn the truck off, and we're going to now continue on with the remaining portion of our air brake checks. This is called a leak test and or a leak down test, right? What we're doing essentially is checking to make sure our system is not leaking any air. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to turn the key on and make sure that your gauges are working as they should. And we're going to apply pressure to our brake. They ask 50 pounds of pressure, right? You cannot lose in a Class B in California any more than 3 pounds of pressure within 60 seconds. So what's going to happen is you're going to put your foot down all the way to the floor, right? And you're going to lose some air. Once you lose that air, now you start your time. Ask the guy next to you, hey, can I use my cell phone to count down to 60 seconds? I can't lose any more than 3 psi during this 60 seconds. He's going to say, yeah, 58, 59, 60. Once you've done that, I did not lose any more than 3 psi in 60 seconds during our leak down test. Our low air indicator test follows right after, where we bring our air down no more than 55 psi for the low air indicator visual and audible warning to come on. There it is. Give it an extra pump or two so that way it doesn't pop off. Our low air indicator is working as it should, letting us know we're running low on air. Must come on before 55 psi, usually around 60. And then we're going to go ahead and check our emergency spring brake. Emergency spring brake will come on at 20 to 45 psi. Emergency spring brake lets us know when we are truly low on air. Our vehicle must stop.